Hey everyone, John here from TestPrepInsight.com, and today I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of the GRE prep courses from Manhattan Prep and Princeton Review. It's been a couple years since we last took a look at these two courses, and since then there's been some changes with how these programs work. So today we're going to take a fresh look at how the two compare, and I'll let you know which one we think is ultimately better. By the way, I should just mention up front here that since I'll just be focusing on the highlights in this video, if you find you need some more detail at any point, you can always check out our full detailed written comparison of these two over on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight, Manhattan Prep versus Princeton Review, GRE. Okay, so to keep this video just narrowly focused and helpful for you in the sense of directly comparing these two courses, rather than providing more in-depth reviews with an overview of the different study materials that each company provides, I'm instead just going to focus on the key areas where I see each company winning and having an advantage over the other. Now, if you do want some more granular reviews of each course, I'll have those videos linked down below for you. But following this comparison structure, let's start with Manhattan Prep. And the first advantage for them is video lessons. Simply put, Manhattan Prep's video lessons are the best in the entire GRE prep space. And that's saying something because Princeton reviews are pretty good in their own right. But I like Manhattan Preps for a few reasons. Not only are they on point in terms of substantive material, but they're also interactive and sort of fun. They take the form of a digital whiteboard with an instructor on screen, and as they speak, notes and graphics fill up the whiteboard behind them. Plus, every so often, you're prompted to complete quiz questions to make sure you're paying attention and understanding the concepts at hand. And then occasionally the lesson will cut to a cartoon or short skit intended to provide some comic relief. This fun factor is really what differentiates the Manhattan Prep lessons from their competitors. So all in all, I'd say if you're more of a visual learner, then I think you'll really enjoy the Manhattan Prep courses. And on that point, win number 2 for Manhattan Prep are their instructors. They are just flat out awesome. They're all 99th percentile scores themselves, so they're GRE gurus, but it's more than just their level of knowledge. It's how they communicate. They all do a great job of incorporating jokes and humor into the video lessons and the live classes. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like you're studying. They just do a really good job of keeping the lessons kind of light and playful. So definitely 2 thumbs up for that. Okay, so I also need to give the win to Manhattan Prep when it comes to live classes. Now to be fair here, I have nothing bad to say about the live classes from Princeton Review. They are also very good, but the reason that I give Manhattan Prep the slight edge here is because they intentionally limit the class sizes in order to boost personalized attention and active participation, which is a very effective format in my opinion. Plus, I think the smaller, more personalized classes are just better for shy students. It just helps them feel more comfortable and they can focus on learning. And then win number 4 for Manhattan Prep are practice problems. The company offers more than 5,000 practice questions to Princeton Review's 3,500. It's not a massive difference between the two companies, but I think it's a lot of practice material here. So what I would say is that if you're more of a practice-oriented learner, meaning you learn best by doing, then it's hard to beat Manhattan Prep. And lastly, if you're looking to take the GRE to attend business school and get your MBA, then Manhattan Prep has a special course for that. Even though a lot of people don't know it, about 90% of business schools today accept both GRE scores and GMAT scores for MBA applications, and it's getting a lot more popular among MBA applicants to take the GRE over the GMAT. Today, about 25% of applicants are choosing the GRE over the GMAT, whereas just 5 or 10 years ago, that number was down closer to 10%. So obviously the GRE continues to gain in popularity for business school apps. So if you're one of these people who's made the decision to take the GRE instead of the GMAT, then Manhattan Prep is likely going to be your ticket. Their special GRE for MBA course comes with 9 live class sessions and place extra emphasis on advanced math, the hardest part of the GRE and probably the most important component of your business school application. So if you're trying to crush a top tier score to get into an elite business school, or even if you're not going to business school but struggle with math and need that extra emphasis on that aspect of the GRE to get into your grad school program, then this GRE MBA course is an awesome option with its concentration on advanced math. Alright, so now it's time to turn the tables and discuss the areas in which Princeton Review wins. And the first one is pretty important: pricing. So first up, the self-paced courses from both companies are pretty even. Both cost right around $500, but once you start looking at the live class packages, that's where the price difference starts to become more apparent. So Princeton's Fundamentals course, which includes 24 hours of live classes, costs right around $1,200, whereas Manhattan Prep's live class package that includes 27 hours of live instruction costs north of $1,800. So bottom line, if you want live instruction, you'll likely save around $600 by opting to go with Princeton Review. But with that said though, it is important to note that both companies are aggressive with deals and special promotions, and you can almost always find a discount on their courses, so make sure to check for codes. In fact, I'll actually do my best to keep the description down below updated with the most current coupon codes that I can find floating around out there, so make sure to check out that text below the video screen before buying. You can usually save at least a few $100s with each company, so make sure to check that out. All right, so next up, while Manhattan Prep gets the win when it comes to GRE practice questions, Princeton Review gets the win when it comes to simulated practice tests. They offer students 8 full-length adaptive exams, while Manhattan Prep only offers 6. And I know you're probably thinking, that's just 2 practice tests. I know, but the truth is that studies have shown that there is a super strong correlation between number of practice tests taken and score improvement. So every practice test counts, especially when you have access to less than 10 in total. Now, if this were, say, LSAT prep, for example, where every company offers 90 plus practice tests, then I'd be a lot less concerned here. But with so few practice exams available, these small differences are big. Plus, I'm just a fan of the interactive score reports that Princeton Review provides after each practice test. You can sort by topic, question type, or time spent to really zero in on your weaknesses. All right, so next, I'd like to highlight some of the extra resources that Princeton Review offers its students. For example, I'm a big fan of Princeton's Vocabulary Hit Parade, which is a supplemental workbook that covers the most commonly seen terms on the exam, i.e. the hits. Understanding and having a good grasp on vocabulary is absolutely essential to performing well on the verbal section of the GRE, as many of the questions turn on less commonly used words, so this is a nice extra. And finally, the last win for Princeton Review are their score guarantees. And specifically, I'm referring to their 10-point plus, 162 plus, and 165 plus tutoring courses, which guarantee that you'll improve your score by at least 10 points, or score at least 162 or 165 on the GRE, or you get your money back. Now, for reference, Manhattan Prep does not offer any sort of score guarantee. So if you're eyeing an elite score and admission to a top-tier graduate program, then Princeton offers some really nice course options to help get you there. But with that being said, these guarantees do not come cheap. For example, the company's 162 Plus course is about $1,200 more than its flagship Fundamentals course. Plus, there is some fine print behind those guarantees that you should probably check out prior to purchasing. But still, it's pretty awesome if you're looking for some nice insurance. But anyway, that's really how the prep courses from both companies compare. So let's get to my final thoughts and verdict. But before we get to that, I should just mention that since you're studying for the GRE, every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we actually give away a free prep course to one lucky person. I'll put all the details down below in the description on how to get entered, but just know it takes like 10 seconds and hey, you never know, you could win a totally free GRE prep course. Okay, my final verdict. Should you go with Manhattan Prep or Princeton Review to help you study for the GRE? Well, honestly, it's a very difficult decision between these two, and I don't think you can go wrong either way at the end of the day. However, ultimately, I think the decision here really boils down to your budget and preferred learning style. I'd say if you're on a budget, looking for live instruction, and you're more of a practice-oriented learner, then Princeton Review is the way to go given the affordability of their live class packages and the fact that they offer more full-length simulated practice tests. However, if you're more of a visual learner, or you want small group live classes, or you're taking the GRE to get into business school, then Manhattan Prep is the way to go. That's really what I would recommend basing your decision off of. Though, if I had to pick just one at the end of the day, I'd probably lean towards Manhattan Prep. Anyway, that's all I've got for you. I hope this video has been helpful and you learned a little something about both these companies. If so, please return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and drop me a quick comment below. That would be really appreciated. And again, if you want to see that full detailed written guide that I mentioned earlier in this video, just hop on over to our website. Again, that's testprepinsight.com, or you can check out the other videos we have on our YouTube channel. We've got a bunch of great stuff out there. But as always, thanks for watching, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next one.